क़यामत तक रहे सर मेरा सजदे में ए खुदा, क़यामत तक रहे सजदे में सर मेरा ए खुदा, कि तेरी नेहमतों के लिए ये दुनिया काफ़ी नहीं है। अस्सलामु अलैकुम वरहमतुल्लाहि वबरकातुहू। मैं हूँ आपकी मेज़बान उज़मा खान और आप देख रहे हैं सिस्टर्स कॉर्नर ऑन इक्रा टीवी। सिस्टर्स कॉर्नर में हर प्रोग्राम में हम एक ख़ास मेहमान के साथ हाज़िर खिदमत होते हैं, जिनसे कि हम एक ख़ास पहलू के मुतालिक बात करते हैं। और आज जिस टॉपिक पे हम बात करेंगे वो इंतहाई अहम है, क्योंकि अल्लाह सुब्हाना तआला ने हमें मुख्तलिफ़ चीज़ों के साथ, मुख्तलिफ़ नेमतों के साथ पैदा किया है और दुनिया में कोई भी शख्स परफेक्ट नहीं है। अल्लाह सुब्हाना तआला ने अगर आपको बहुत सारी नेमतें अता की हैं और अपनी रहमतों से नवाजा है तो हमेशा उसका शुक्र अदा करना चाहिए। आज का टॉपिक है हमारा स्पेशल नीड्स चिल्ड्रन के हवाले से, और हमारे साथ जो मेहमान मौजूद हैं वो न सिर्फ इसके बारे में हमें बताएंगी, बल्कि उनका एक बेटा भी है जो कि सारे एक्सपीरियंस से वो गुज़र चुकी हैं और इस वक्त वो जो है 18 साल का हो चुका है और उन्होंने काफ़ी सारी ज़िंदगी एक बहुत ही ब्लेस्ड चीज़ के साथ अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह ब्लेस्ड वे में उन्होंने ज़िंदगी गुजारी है अपने बेटे के साथ, और बहुत सारी इम्प्रूवमेंट्स जो है उन्होंने देखी हैं। तो सबसे पहले मैं वेलकम कहना चाहूँगी हमारे साथ मेहमान नादिया अली को। अस्सलाम वालेकुम।
Walaikum assalam. Thank you for having me for the second time.
It's my pleasure actually. How are you doing today?
I'm doing really well. I'm very excited to share.
Alhamdulillah. You're looking very nice. Alhamdulillah. MashaAllah.
Thank you. So do you. Thank you so
thank
much.
you very much. Sister Nadia, obviously today's topic is very, very important because we are going to discuss about your child and obviously we would like to know more about in detail how he has been diagnosed and how was your experience, your feelings, and then obviously because a lot of mums, sisters are watching our program at the moment, and it would be very good for them to know a bit in detail, or it might be helpful for them the way you are dealing with your child. And obviously no one is perfect, again I would say, and we all are with like different pros and cons, mistakes, you know, all kind of things we have, but we have to deal with it. And first of all I would like to ask Sister Nadia, obviously tell me that moment when you had your son and he has been diagnosed with special needs, or what he has been diagnosed with.
अब माशाल्लाह मेरा बेटा 18 years का हो गया। ये 18 साल पहले जब माशाल्लाह अल्लाह ने नवासा बेटा मुझे, तो everything was normal until after a few days things start getting a little bit down, and different news were given through the medical professionals. I was found to know that he's got cerebral palsy, and at that time the doctor said he most likely will be not independent.
Sister Nadia has said that her child has been diagnosed with cerebral palsy.
Cerebral palsy.
Yeah. Yes. Can you tell us a little bit more about what it is and what kind of you know, difficulties or delays a child can have if he has cerebral palsy? Yeah.
Cerebral palsy, it can be in 3 different levels: extreme and moderate and low. Whereas my son, alhamdulillah, he's in sort of
moderate,
moderate.
Okay.
And cerebral palsy can affect the brain, the body, and the muscles, the tones of the body, and it can affect your walking, your structure, your posture. And alongside with his cerebral palsy, he had hearing aid delay, speech delay, and funny enough, the doctor said he will never ever sort of like be able to be independent, won't be able to walk or talk. He will always will be with assistant. And
so when he has been diagnosed with it, like immediately after birth, or it took a while to know?
It took a few months with observations with the health professionals to understand what has overcome after the childbirth with my son. Yunus, his name is Yunus
Mashallah.
Farouk.
Beautiful.
And he is now 18, and it took 3 months for the doctors to sort of clearly have a clear picture of
What he
understanding
has.
his condition at birth. And never did I look back. I just looked at it as a blessing.
Yeah, alhamdulillah.
It was a roller coaster of emotions going everywhere,
Yeah.
and having to have a straight mind to understand. to make decisions.
How you were feeling that time? Obviously, after pregnancy and you know, with ladies, hormones going up and down in pregnancy, all the way you come from like after 9 months, and then you go all of a sudden
Shock
and
news.
something shocking news.
Yes.
You know, and then how did you? Please tell us about like how did you feel? How did you manage? We want to know because many our sisters are watching program at the moment, and this would be a big, huge encouragement for them as well.
With me, for me, I'm one of those mums or one of those people's from young age. I love challenges, and any good, like shocking challenges come my way, I like to take it with positivity and steadfast. I won't sit there, oh, why me, or why this, or it's a problem. But the thing is, when you come with this shocking news, you have to be steadfast. With me, obviously, you know, being a mum, new to this, no one's given a handbook of what it's like to have special needs, or never experienced before, never met anybody with this information. There was no sharing, no other mothers that I could interact with to understand this is a new world for me, with a child in my hand with this diagnosis of cerebral palsy. It was like completely, I had to make my own dictionary to understand this complete child with cerebral palsy. And I reached out everywhere in the community and on the internet and everything to understand, so that I can be the best empowerment for my child's development. Because child development in a normal child is a huge amount to look at the child development.
So how many siblings were there like before Yunus?
Just one. Yeah.
Okay. How old he was or she?
She's 1 year older.
Oh, yeah. Obviously, when you have 1 year child and then
a special needs
child on top.
Cerebral palsy, completely. It was like as if I was thrown in, you know, somewhere. Nowhere.
Where you don't know. You don't know the direction. You don't know the destination where you have to go. You know.
With a child like that, and alhamdulillah, I just, you know, I know that Allah's blessed me with something that it was a test for me. So I was happy with it. I was very content with it. I could do it again, alhamdulillah, with my eyes closed again. But this time I would know, because I would do it again with, you know, with experience. But that time, with no knowledge, I sort of reached out to the health professionals, all the directions where I can go with cerebral palsy child. And the doctors at that time said, he will never walk, he'll never talk, he won't be able to hear, and he is going to be...
This is one of the very important things, obviously, when we are in this world, and sometimes we get very, very disappointing comments, or not the comments, but diagnoses as well. And then sometimes we feel like life is ending, and this is the end, and we can't get up, we can't do things. And I would always, you know, I like to tell like people that this is not the way we think, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has everything in his control. और जब हम अल्लाह ताला के हर दी हुई मुश्किल, हर दी हुई परेशानी, हर दी हुई मुसीबत को हंस के जो है ना वो लेते हैं, तो अल्लाह सुब्हाना ताला हमारे लिए वो चीज़ आसान कर देता है. तो हमें अल्लाह सुब्हाना ताला की तरफ से जो भी मुश्किलात, जो भी परेशानियाँ आती हैं, हमें उनको हंसी खुशी कबूल करना चाहिए. और वो जो कबूलियत होती है अल्लाह सुब्हाना ताला को बहुत ज़्यादा पसंद होती है. तो वो अल्लाह ताला जो चैलेंजेस हमारी लाइफ में आ रहे होते हैं, अल्लाह सुब्हाना ताला उनको दूर कर देते हैं. तो जैसे कि आपने अभी फरमाया कि obviously it was a test you thought, and then you were going through all those emotions, all those problems, you know, and different weird thoughts in your head, obviously it is the same experience for anybody. But you have managed it very well.
Yes, so I thought that I'm on my own when I went into this new world of having a child with special needs, there was lots of mothers that I met, and I shared our journey with them alongside, which made it better to understand for myself. And you know that I'm not on my own. There's lots of other mothers who's dealing with different diagnoses, especially needs children.
Yeah.
So that empowered me. It helped me to understand that this isn't just me. There's a lots of people who's going through the same journey in different ways.
Sometimes it's really important to share your experience with other people. So because you get to learn about what feelings they have, what experience they have, what kind of things you can help or they can help you. So obviously जब आप दूसरे बच्चों से मिलते हैं, sometimes ऐसे होता है कि हमारी सोसाइटी में अभी तो खैर काफ़ी एडवांस हो चुके हैं लोग, लेकिन ये है कि कोई बच्चा स्पेशल नीड्स में होता है, they don't like to tell other people, they don't like to share the news of their child with special needs, even though sometimes we can see that the child is with special needs, but they don't want to tell, they don't want to discuss it. So because जैसे कि मैंने पहले भी डिस्कस किया सिस्टर नादिया से कि अल्लाह सुब्हाना ताला ने हम सब में कुछ न कुछ किसी न किसी चीज़ की कमी रखी है, और जो बच्चे स्पेशल नीड्स के साथ होते हैं वो सबसे स्पेशल होते हैं, और आप लोग जो पेरेंट्स होते हैं वो उनसे भी ज़्यादा स्पेशल होते हैं, बिकॉज़ कि अल्लाह सुब्हाना ताला ने आपके कितने गुनाहों को उनके सबब माफ़ी के लिए रखा हुआ होता है, क्योंकि ये दुनिया तो आर्जी है, हमने तो सबने एक दिन चले जाना है। तो जो अल्लाह सुब्हाना ताला की तरफ से आपको अता होता है उस पर अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह कहते हुए किसी के साथ अगर आप डिस्कस करते हैं सेम विद अदर मम्स तो वो आपकी हेल्प हो जाती है।
हाँ, और दूसरी बात है कि भी अकेले ना समझना। हाँ, make sure you have family support and your partner's support network and the community support, and not to give up, because the thing is when you give up the child needs you, and you need to be more stronger to develop your child's each stage of development, and you need to bring it into normality into your child as much as possible. तो मैंने in my 10 years of upbringing of my child, मैंने उसको कभी नहीं महसूस करने दिया कि वो अब नॉर्मल है या कुछ उसमें कमी है फिजिकली या कोई इसकी स्पीच डिले में. I made him feel as special as any other child that you would see in the playground.
This is a very good thing I would like to highlight. Sister Nadia has mentioned. It's all about how you feel like as a mother, because mother is a very, very strong character in children's life, and if the mother is showing strong behavior, she is brave enough to deal with anything, then children are going to be very strong and brave in future in their life later on. So obviously when any child is getting diagnosed or you have a child, जो मम है उसको बहुत strong होने की ज़रूरत है. So you have to take any step to improve, to find out anything which can improve his life or your child's life, because के आप ही हैं, just imagine कि आप ही हैं जो actually वो आपके साथ ज़्यादा time spend करता है और आपने ही उसकी ज़िंदगी को बेहतर बनाना है. अगर आप ही हिम्मत हार गई, if you are feeling low, then obviously you can't manage it, and it's not an easy task. So you have to be brave. Alhamdulillah, from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, think that this is the blessing.
And be prepared for a long journey, because you know, the mother, it's a new beginning. I always say it's a new beginning with any child, with whatever Allah blesses you with. It's a new beginning, and it's an opportunity for the mother to sort of enhance herself, because it alleviates her position too. दूसरी बात मैं कहना चाह रही हूँ कि when the child sees the mother's strength, घर में मदरसा होता है, घर में शुरू होता है, empowerment, मम के हाथों से शेर बच्चा बनता है, जो भी जिस तरह भी बच्चा हो. तो ये चीज़ अगर माँ के अंडरस्टैंडिंग में हो कि उसके हाथ में मैजिक है बच्चों को आगे चलाने के लिए, दुनिया में आगे चलने के लिए, उसकी लाइफ डेवलप करने के लिए each stage में, you know, it's all in her hands, and she can do it if she's got the positivity in her.
That's a very good
child feels the vibes of the mum.
That's a very good point, Sister Nadia.
Moves the child to higher levels of development.
Yeah, I would like to move forward from the childhood, from a newborn baby to 6 months, and then the journey like after 6 months.
Yes.
How did you cope with that? And obviously, when the child starts walking or talking, moving, and obviously a lot of risks, hazards around you, and especially with special needs child, you have to be like 100 times more careful.
Yes.
So how did you deal with all sort of those challenges?
My challenge, my son, went from birth, when he was going to crawl, he was doing commando crawling, which is the army crawling, and I thought that's something new.
Yeah.
And it was quite cute as well at the same time, but the commando crawling was quite delayed for children with special needs, because the way his cognitive mind was working was not to such extent for his muscle tones for the bottom half, but with his arms and the trunks he's able to do. But now, alhamdulillah, you know, as when the diagnosis came that he will be dependent on a wheelchair or whatever, he's walking now, he's actually running, he's cycling now, he's learning to swim.
Mashallah.
So 18 years of development of each stage. There was a time when I thought he's never going to walk. There was the time I start believing, thinking that what the doctors have gave their long-term overview of expecting that this could happen, lead with the cerebral palsy. But I did all my power and used to get the olive oils and massage and
to make the things possible. Yeah.
Make things possible. Mother's power is more possible than the doctor's diagnosis.
Yeah, that's very true. That's
so
very true.
And now.
And the thing is, again, if you have positivity in your head, you are a positive person. वो अल्लाह सुब्हाना ताला भी यही फरमाता है कि जैसे आप गुमान अल्लाह सुब्हाना ताला से करते हो, if you think good about him and you think that whatever he has sent to you, any कोई problem भी होते, कोई मुसीबत भी आ जाती, उसमें भी अगर हम ये सोचें कि अल्लाह सुब्हाना ताला की तरफ से इसमें बेहतरी है, इसमें खैर है, तो I'm sure like 110% कि अल्लाह सुब्हाना ताला उसमें आपके लिए खैर और शुक्र के दरवाजे खोल देता है.
उसकी वो जो मैंने सीखा जो in life they say impossible can just stay as impossible. There's possibilities, hundreds of possibilities in whichever test Allah sends you, only if you have the faith. And he's got speech delay, and I thought he will never be able to have verbal interaction or communication in daily life with like everyone in the society. But now he's able to communicate. He's learned the Quran, he's learned the Azan. His first words was the kalima, mashallah. I used to read the kalima to the older sibling, to his older sister. He used to listen year by year. And when he did speak out, it was the kalima, and alhamdulillah, I just thought that's it, he's going to be fine, and I took it to another level. He now goes to the mosque on Jummah and reads the namaz and the Quran, everything, and so...
That's really good. So, obviously, with cerebral palsy, the children they have like different delays, speech delays, then growth, different kind of, organs could be as well, physical and, speech and all these things of kind of delay. Where did he start talking? Like saying words, or obviously it would be a huge delay, I would
he was 7 years old. 7 years old when he took his first words of the kalima.
Subhanallah.
This was by just listening. His hearing was fine at that time, which wasn't recognition.
Has he started saying the first word after when he was 7 years old?
7, yes, and that was the kalima, mashallah, alhamdulillah. So it was a huge light for me, a huge sort of satisfaction from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that the hard work that as a mother
So has he started saying one word, or has he started...
just said the one word for a little while.
Yeah, and what did he say then?
La ilaha illallah.
Subhanallah. This is not a one word even. This is a whole sentence.
La ilaha illallah.
Subhanallah. Alhamdulillah. Yeah. This is kind of blessing when you are positive. It could be a long journey. It could be like it takes maybe, a few hours, days, weeks, months, or years. But if you're positive, you are going to get to your destination. You are going to achieve your targets, what you have in your head. So always being optimistic is a choice for you, and then you can achieve, as Sister Nadia has done very well.
So the more you put in, the more your fruits will grow. So I just, when he said his first words, I just thought, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala hasn't taken my hard work for a waste. I felt recognized as a mother, because sometimes you feel you're on your own in this journey.
Exactly.
Sometimes, although you've got people, friends, family around you, you feel that, you're talking to Allah every day and you're on your own,
इस तरह की सिचुएशंस में आप आ जाते हैं ना, तो बहुत ही कम ऐसे होता है कि आपकी फैमिली फ्रेंड्स आपकी हेल्प के लिए आते हैं, एंड एट द एंड आपको ही, माँ बाप को ही करना होता है कि कैसे डील करना है, कैसे मैनेज करना है, क्या स्टेप्स लेने हैं, तो ये चीज़ें बड़ी ज़रूरी होती हैं.
You have to have a circle at that time, and usually I advise that with the parents who's got the same diagnosis, children or similarities, stick in that circle, because sometimes parents or other mothers or couples don't have that type of blessing or that type of child that they can relate to with you, won't understand. So the having an open mind with friends and family sometimes can be challenging to explain to them that this is what you're dealing with, all your challenges. They can just say, yes, we understand and everything. They can comfort you and everything. But the rock bit is going to be yourself, and with the circle of the same...
यही बात कि सबने हम अपने अंदर इतना कुछ ले के बैठे होते हैं कि हमें वो शेयर करना बहुत डिफ़िकल्ट लगता है, और स्पेशली जब आपका बच्चा किसी बी डायग्नोसिस से जा रहा होता है और विद एनी नीड्स, तो समटाइम आपको बहुत ये फीलिंग्स होती हैं कि हम इसको कैसे शेयर करें, लेकिन शेयर करने से काफ़ी सारा आपका बोझ जो है वो हल्का हो सकता है. बाकी पेरेंट्स जो स्पेशल नीड्स के बच्चों के साथ हैं, उनको मिलने से काफ़ी सारी आपके मसाइल हल हो सकते हैं, और इसी तरह से उनसे बात करने से वो कैसे चैलेंजेस जो उनकी लाइफ में हैं उनको कैसे फेस कर रही हैं, तो इससे भी आपको काफ़ी सारी हेल्प हो सकती है. और देयर इज़ नो शेम, बिकॉज वी ऑल आर विद डिफरेंट विद डिफरेंट थिंग्स, कोई भी परफेक्ट नहीं है. तो अल्लाह सुब्हाना ताला की तरफ से ये आपके लिए एक ब्लेसिंग है, और इसको एक ब्लेसिंग ले के चलें तो अल्लाह सुब्हाना ताला आपको बहुत ज़्यादा अजर भी दे सकता है, देगा. और सिस्टर नादिया से हम मज़ीद बात करना चाहेंगे, मज़ीद पूछना चाहेंगे. ऑब्वियसली एज ऑफ 7 यूनिस ने बोलना शुरू किया, तो कब उन्होंने वॉक कब से करना शुरू किया, कब उन्होंने फर्स्ट स्टेप लेना शुरू किया, कैसे व्हील चेयर से आउट हुए?
वो वॉकिंग फ्रेम्स में होता था जब वो 3-4 साल का था.
4 साल के
तो अपने स्टेप्स लेने के लिए 3-4 वॉकिंग फ्रेम्स होते थे व्हील्स के साथ, तो उसके साथ चलता था. तो 4-5-6 साल उसके साथ चलता रहता था.
सुभान अल्लाह. So 4 years. Obviously, he was not able to walk properly. Then after 4 years, he started walking with the sport, with the frame. Yes. And then after like 6 years, you have said he started walking independently. Obviously, it's a very long journey for any parents to bear in mind, and to deal with. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ने औरत को एक बहुत बर्दाश्त अता की होती है, बहुत सब्र के साथ पैदा किया होता है कि वो कोई भी चैलेंजेस आते हैं तो उसको फेस करने की हिम्मत अता की हुई होती है. इसी तरह से ऑब्वियसली माँ बाप के लिए कोई भी जो औलाद से मुतल्लिक कोई भी चीज़ होती है वो दोनों के लिए ही होती है. और माँ के लिए ऑब्वियसली एक बिग चैलेंज होता है, बिकॉज के मोस्टली जो स्टफ़ होता है वो उनको ही वालदा को ही डील करना होता है. तो फिर जब उन्होंने चलना शुरू किया, हम बात को आगे बढ़ाते हैं, तो फिर उसके बाद आपकी क्या फीलिंग्स थी, और फिर उसके बाद कैसे वो इंडिपेंडेंट हुए, व्हाट ही वाज एबल टू डू दैट टाइम?
वो बहुत गिरता था, तो आई नेवर गिव अप. ही गॉट सॉलिड. गिरता था, फिर उठना, फिर गिरना, फिर उछलना. तो ये काफ़ी अक्सर से काफ़ी सालों से हो रहा था। तो लेकिन मैंने गिव अप नहीं किया, कभी दिल छोटा नहीं किया, ब्रेवरी के साथ उसको लेके चलना, टेक हिम टू द मेन प्लेग्राउंड, टू द नर्सरी सेटिंग्स एंड लुक out for all the community special needs support that you can get for children.
We have a
like
lot
that.
of groups at the moment with special needs as well. And I would like to highlight again to all the sisters watching Sisters Corner today. We are discussing our program about special needs children, and we have our lovely guest, Naida Ali. But at the moment, time is for a short break, and we will see you soon after a short break. Stay tuned with us.